Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Skin and Soul podcast. I'm your host, Emily Fouts, and in today's episode, it's going to be a little bit of a get to know me. Most of my content is educational, but I like to switch it up every once in a while because I wouldn't be doing this podcast if it wasn't enjoyable to me. And tonight, I just want to record something that's like a little less studious. So, keep on listening if you're interested. So I'll probably do like different parts of get to know me episodes, but in today's episode, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite things, which is fall, Libra season. I am a Libra, and we're not quite into it yet. That's like a month from now, but fall is my favorite time of the year just because it's so like comforting. It's the perfect temperature outside. Halloween is my absolute favorite holiday, and my birthday, so it's like all mashed in one. And I think it's kind of funny. I told my husband this, that like the first time I ever had pumpkin spice latte was like last year. So I'm a white girl, my name is Emily, but I've never had a pumpkin spice latte, but I do like them now ever since last year. But I don't know, I just always look forward to it. Like I said, it's really comforting to me. I'm very creative, so I like to get invested in Halloween. I'm one of those people that starts in September 1st. Like, that's when we put the Halloween wreath on the door. That's when we start planning our costumes. We start watching the Halloween movies and all of that. So, I want to do something fun too in my treatment room. Like, I think it would be so fun if I decorated a little bit like Halloween in there. But I don't know if people would think that was weird. Like, do it subtle. Like, do some spider webs or get some type of I don't know. I said that I start September 1st, but that's kind of a lie. I start in August because I have a couple of shirts. I have one shirt that my friend made for me. It's got the Scream. What are they? I don't know what they call him. A ghost face. Yeah, it's got ghost face on it, and he's got a cell phone, and he's like, no, you hang up first. And then I have another shirt that's like a cute little ghost. It's from Fugly Barbie. If you like Halloween, like graphic tees, or just like spooky graphic tees, or which they have stuff that's not just like Halloween and spooky. They have a few other things. Fugly Barbie on Etsy, I really like them. So I have another shirt from them that's got like a cute little cartoon ghost on it and says like ghost shows and chill. So I've been wearing those this month. So I guess I kind of like mash it all into 3 months. But yeah, I've actually already decided. I've already got my Halloween costume. I think Halloween this year falls on a Saturday or Sunday. So I mean, if it's on a Sunday, I definitely won't be working, but if it's on a Saturday, I possibly might be, for like part of the day at least, because I am gonna, celebrate Halloween with my family and go trick-or-treating and all that. But either way, if I'm working or not, I'm still gonna dress up. I'm not gonna tell you guys what my Halloween costume is, but hopefully the whole family will do it. We've never done like a whole family Halloween costume yet, which my daughter is only 2, so last year she was a witch. And it's so funny because that's just one that I kind of planned out of convenience. I just went to one of the thrift shops or whatever once upon a child, and I was looking at what Halloween costumes they had, and I found a little dress that would look cute as a witch. And then my mom had already got her a little kid's broom, because she always wanted to help me sweep the house, so that was her little broom. So then I just got her a little hat from Dollar Tree, and she was a witch. And ever since then she's been so obsessed with pretending she's a little witch, riding on her little broom or something. And then the year before that she was Oogie Boogie, and I made that costume. I was a stay-at-home mom, and she was just she was little bitty, so she was 6 months old, and so I had a lot of time on my hands just being at home with her, and so I made her little costume for that. And so this year she's kind of still at that age where she's not got so much of a say in it. She doesn't really I will give her some options and she could pick from them. But yeah, well, I'll give you kind of a hint. She may be either Scooby-Doo, or she's gonna be a princess, because she has like this really extravagant princess dress, like ballroom princess dress from Trish Scully Child, um, that I got, and she absolutely loves to wear it. So she might be one of those, but that's a hint on what like the family costumes might be. And we live in Colorado, so last year we got lucky, and it usually snows here by Halloween. Last year we got lucky, and it was like actually pretty nice outside. It just got pretty cold during like the later hours, like 8 o'clock or so, but we were wrapping up trick-or-treating by then, but we were able to go out with like light jackets or long sleeve, and we were fine. But the year before that, it was snowing, and like no one was out trick-or-treating at all. Of course, last year, COVID, but you know, people still participated by, you know, putting their candy out by their door and still making it fun and stuff. But this year, I'm hoping that we're still lucky and it won't be snowing, because otherwise, we're gonna have to do like indoor trick-or-treating somewhere. And I guess if you're from Colorado, or if you're from somewhere where it snows, maybe that's something you're used to. But to me, it kind of just like really ruins the vibe. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I cross my fingers. But you know, today it's like August 19th, so it's supposed to snow in Denver in 2 weeks. So I think that's kind of like a bad sign that winter's gonna come a little early. But who knows? Hopefully it's just like bipolar weather right now, because that's like one thing that I'm really looking forward to after this year has been like so shitty. I'm hoping that I can just like enjoy my fall weather. The first year that we moved here, 2019, fall didn't exist that year. It just like went straight to winter, which sucked. But besides that, Libra season, so I just call it Libra season, but like I'm not actually into astrology and all that. I just kind of like think it's fun and entertaining a little bit, but I don't actually like believe in it. I do share, if you follow me on Instagram, I have like a little thing going on where it's like signs with their skincare, and that's just some shit that I put together. Like I don't actually believe that. It's just like content, and it's fun. So yeah, I'm not like an astrologist, and I don't read my horoscopes and stuff like that, but I am a Libra. So is it a sign, like whatever you are? Yeah, I think so. So I'm like a Libra sun, a Taurus moon, and a Leo rising. Or if it's whatever your main one is, then I would be a Libra rising, and then Leo sun and a Taurus moon. I don't know which is which, but I did one of those things recently where like you put in all your stuff, like the time you were born and bullcrap, and found that out. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. And I like, honestly, I kind of did relate with it, but I personally think that astrology is just, I don't find it accurate, and I don't see how like stars and stuff determine your personality and things like that. But yeah, like I said, it's just entertaining to me. And funny enough, like JoJo, the owner of Hands of Favor Luxury Beauty, who I work with, she's also a Libra. I tend to connect pretty well with other Libras, and then my daughter's a Aries and my husband's a Gemini. My sister's also a Gemini, and Libra and Geminis are actually like really compatible. We're both air signs, and then of course my daughter, she's a little fire sign, and you know, even though I don't believe in horoscopes, like that rings true. She is a fire sign through and through. She's a fiery little girl. And I love it. I don't mind it. She's stubborn. She gets that from her dad, honestly. But the one thing I can say that I do agree with being a Libra, but to me, it's not because I'm a Libra. It's because I'm a middle child. So, is like balance, being a peacekeeper, also like middle child syndrome. So that's kind of where I think that comes into play. And, like just needing justice to be served. Yeah, I think that all kind of goes into, I was actually talking with one of my friends about it, about, do we believe in the zodiac signs or horoscopes, whatever. And she was like, I think birth order is more accurate. And I was like, what do you mean birth order? And I was like, oh, okay, duh, like first, middle, youngest child. And it was funny because I actually, when I was in middle school, I read a book about that. And I was recently like getting into enneagrams, which is like psychological, actually, like doctors study this or whatever. So personality traits, and your personality traits are formed by your upbringing partially, and like how your parents raised you and how they met your emotional needs, I believe. Of course, I'm not an expert on it, but like, yeah, I believe in birth order better, which, I mean, that, okay, I'm just like talking now. This isn't just like, I don't even know what I said at the beginning, if it was just like a get to know me. But yeah, I was watching on YouTube, I can't remember what his name was, but it's on my Instagram stories, which, I mean, it's not going to be on my stories when you hear this, but it's just type in on a YouTube, type in like Enneagram types, and you'll find it. It was like Dr. something something, and it was this bald guy. But I watched a video prior to that by like Joshua someone, and it was like Enneagram types represented in movie characters. And so through that one, I kind of guessed that I was an Enneagram number 4. And so then I typed in Enneagram type 4 on YouTube, and then tried to find one that was like from a reputable source, which was a doctor. And so I clicked on his, and I actually found I really liked the way that he presented his material. And yeah, I mean, I don't have to do any further study. Like, I'm an Enneagram type 4. And I think it's actually really important to know these things. I think society, as our younger generations, as we're evolving, we're kind of like becoming more open and familiar with our brains, our emotions, our psychological state, and all of that, instead of like it being like a forbidden thing to talk about, like mental health, basically is what I was trying to say. We're becoming more aware of mental health and more accepting of it. So yeah, I think everyone should know their Enneagram type, definitely. And I found that really interesting, because like have someone else explain to you your personality was kind of funny. But the way that the guy was explaining it was like, you have a basis personality type, and then you have 2 other ones that you can wing into, like your healthy self, and then when you're like your negative self, or like your high and your low self. So when you're in a negative mood or something, you can kind of relate to some of these other personality types that are like next to you on the Enneagram chart. But yeah, it just makes you a little more self-aware. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for listening to me ramble about fall, Halloween, Libra, and I don't know if you can tell if I have ADHD or not, but also kind of, because I started the episode talking about fall, my favorite time of the year, blah, 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 and then it kind of went into a little bit of like horoscopes and Enneagram types. But anyways, if you did make it this far, thank you so much for listening. I will see you guys next week, Monday, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, for another episode.